Let's start our new chapter, energy, the third chapter of class 7 physics. Students, as all of us need energy to do work, to grow or to sustain in life. So, we can say that energy is the capacity of a body to do some work. In other words, we can say a body that is capable of doing work is said to possess energy. For example, in case of walking, talking or cooking or etc., this kind of activities we are doing only because of we are having energy. So without energy, it will not be possible for us to do this kind of work. So let us know what are the units of energy. Units of energy. Heat energy is measured in calories. So what is calorie? A calorie is defined as the amount of heat energy required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water in 1 degree centigrade. Since calories are very small units, so kilocalorie is used to measure in our practical life. So we can say that 1 kilocalorie is equal to 1000 calories. And in case of SI unit of energy, it is measured by joule. So 1 joule is defined as the amount of work done when a force of 1 Newton causes a displacement of 1 meter in a body in the direction of a force. And it is of course a vector quantity, as the joule is also a very small unit. So we are using the kilojoule for measuring the larger quantities, like 1 kilojoule equal to 1000 joule. It has been found that the amount of heat energy required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree centigrade is 4.186 joule. So we can say that 1 calorie equal to 4.186 joules. Now, let us know about the forms of energy. Actually, energy exists in many forms. One by one, we will be going to know. Mechanical energy, chemical energy, electrical energy, light energy, heat energy, etc. So first, what is mechanical energy? The energy possessed by a body due to the work done on it is known as mechanical energy. For example, when we lift a stone from the ground, our body supplies the force which raises the height of the stone from the ground. In doing this work, our body spends some energy which is gained by the stone. So, we can say that the body is having the mechanical energy. As we know that work is done on a body when it is displaced, so we can say the energy gained by the body due to its state of motion or due to its position is known as the mechanical energy. So, in this way, we can segregate the mechanical energy in two kinds. One is kinetic energy, another one is potential energy. Kinetic energy. Kinetic energy of a body is the energy possessed by it due to its state of motion or movement. All moving things have the kinetic energy, like the child riding in the bicycle or skating or a moving bus moving of the swing, flowing water. Everything is the example of kinetic energy. This kinetic energy possessed by a body is directly proportional to its mass and velocity. And next is potential energy. Potential energy of a body is the energy possessed by it by virtue of its position. For example, stretching a rubber band or water in the top of a waterfall, all are having the potential energy, ready to flow or ready to do some work. This potential energy can be classified into two types. One is gravitational potential energy, another one is elastic potential energy. Elastic potential energy. Elastic potential energy of a body is the energy that gets stored in it when the body is stretched, compressed or bent. For example, when the elastic band of a catapult is stretched, elastic potential energy gets stored in the band. When the band is released, it can make a stone move with a great speed. The kinetic energy of the moving stone is obtained from this elastic potential energy stored in the band. And another one is gravitational potential energy. Another one is gravitational potential energy. An object is said to have gravitational potential energy due to its raised position. That is, because of work has to be done to raise a body to certain height against the force of gravity. Thus, when a brick is raised to a height, it gains gravitational potential energy. Next is chemical energy. So, energy which is stored in matter that can become available for work through chemical process is called chemical energy. This energy is released when chemicals are burned or when they undergo chemical changes. A very good example for the chemical energy is the photosynthesis, which we are getting from the biology also. Energy in the food that we eat is stored as chemical energy. When the food undergoes a chemical change in our body, this energy is released. This enables us to talk, walk, play and perform physical activities also. In other cases, fuels such as coal, petrol, natural gas have chemical energy stored in them. Electrical energy. Electrical energy is the energy produced due to the flow of electric charge through a substance. It is used to run household appliances such as televisions, refrigerators, washing machine, fan, etc. It is also used to run train machines in factories also. Light energy. Light is a form of energy that enables us to see objects around us. Our eyes can sense light energy. That is why we are able to read these pages. Plants use the light energy of the sun to prepare their own food. And of course, we are using various kinds of lights like bulb, tube light, anything we are using by the light energy. Next is heat energy. Heat is a form of energy that causes a sensation of hotness and coldness. It can be transferred from one hotter body to one cooler body and has the capacity to do the work. We use heat energy to cook food and keep ourselves warm. Heat energy is produced by burning fuels such as wood and coal and by using electrical appliances such as heaters, irons, and kind of microwave, like that. And next is sound energy. Sound energy is produced when a force causes a body to vibrate. For example, when you strike a drum or plays the guitar, the membrane of the drum or the string of the guitar vibrates and produces the energy. When this energy strikes our eardrums, the eardrums vibrate and we hear it as sound. If we strike the drums harder or plays the guitar more, a louder sound is heard. Magnetic energy. The energy stored in magnets is called magnetic energy. As we all know about the magnet, due to this energy, magnets can attract magnetic materials such as iron objects placed near them. Magnetic energy of large magnets is used to separate iron scrap from the scrap with the help of electromagnetic crane. Nuclear energy. The most important one, when the nucleus of an atom splits or when two nuclei of different atoms combine, a large amount of heat energy is released from it and radiation also released. This energy is called nuclear energy. In nuclear plants, nuclear energy is used to generate electricity. So, students, regarding the kinds of energy, these all are the various kinds of energy. Now let us know about the change of one form of energy into another form of energy is known as transformation of energy. Now let us see some examples of transformations of energy. First, light energy. which is coming from the sun is transferred to chemical energy of the food during the process of photosynthesis. Next, the water stored in the dam possesses potential energy which gets transformed into kinetic energy while falling. This kinetic energy is used to rotate the blades of turbines that produces electrical energy with the help of generators. The electricity thus generated, which is called the hydroelectricity. When a car engine runs, the chemical energy of the fuel transformed into the kinetic energy, heat energy and the sound energy also. So when an electric bulb is switched on, in that case also electrical energy changes to heat and light energy. Now, law of conservation of energy. As we know that energy can be transformed from one form to another form. In an energy transformation, the total amount of energy remains always constant. This is the principle of the law of conservation of energy, which indicates clearly that the energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, but it can be transformed from one form to another. Let us know through some examples. About some examples of conservation of energy are given now. Regarding the roller coaster, if we consider the sum of potential energy and kinetic energy of the car at any point is always constant, so the total energy is always conserved. When the car is at the top of the coaster, it has its maximum potential energy. When the car is at the bottom of the coaster, it has its maximum kinetic energy. When the car is going up or coming down, the potential and kinetic energies readily change from one form to another form. In height, its potential energy gradually changes into kinetic energy, but the total sum of the both energies at every point during the motion always remain constant. Regarding the law of conservation of energy, we get that the energy can neither be created or nor be destroyed. A famous scientist, William John Macquorn Rankine, who was a Scottish engineer and physicist, also distinguished between two types of energy: actual energy, which caused substances to change their state, and potential energy, which replaced the actual energy lost in any change. He also proposed a law that determined the amount of energy transformed during any change of state of a substance. So, students, the energy transformation and the types of energy all you have discussed already.